Do you guys like spicy food?
Yeah, I like spicy food. One of my favorite.
I did this as mild, but I know we do have chili flakes if you want to have more.
Yeah, it's okay.
Everyone will be sleeping. The next question will be like, it's too good. So that's our mascot Robbie.
吉祥物，等摸下呢個肚腩先。哇，食咗太多波霸奶茶啦你，食唔食薯片啊你？
Hey guys, it's Dominic. Welcome to Boba, Bread, and Chat. Here we build meaningful connections and relationships with God through our conversations while sipping on boba and snacking on our favorite snacks. So grab your favorite drink and snacks as we dive into today's conversation.
Okay, hi guys. Welcome to Boba, Bread, and Chat. We're so happy to have you guys here. Before we start, would you guys like to introduce yourself, your name, as well as what is your favorite food and cuisine?
Okay, I'm Pastor Joanne, and yeah, 我最喜欢的食物是日本 sashimi。
我個名叫 Henry 啦，咁我好多嘢中意食嘅，但係如果要我揀咧，我會講蒸水蛋咯。蒸水蛋好 basic， 但我好中意食。
Nice, basic. I mean, simplicity, basic. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, welcome again. So today is our topic. We're talking about missions. I know you guys have just been on a missions trip, either a local one or Thailand one. So what we prepared for today is we got some Thai food. So we got Thai green curry, as well as some pad Thai, as well as some snacks that we got from Thailand or locally, as well as some Thai iced milk tea.
Wow.
Yeah, right? So before we start, let's get our drinks and then we'll pop it together. So let's get our drinks.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Awesome. So let's bring it up. Okay. On the count of three.
1, 2, 3. Oh,
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, let's get a sip. Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yep. 哇，幾好飲喎呢個，
Oh,
正。
I miss this. I miss our time. But yeah, so during the conversation, feel free to eat. And like, you know, if you feel hungry, just feel free to get some. But let's get into our topic today. Like I said, we were talking about missions, but before we go into our topic, I want to ask you guys, you know, missions are all about like sometimes it's traveling to different places. So I want to ask you guys, in your life, what has been like the best vacation spot you ever been on?
对于我自己来讲呢，在过去的8年时间里头，我就是只有一次和家人出去旅行，其他的外出都是在宣教的旅途中，所以对我来讲呢，没有什么 best spot vacation。那 the best part is 就是最好的部分就是和我同行的人，以及我去接触当地的人，以及看到上帝的作为。
Nice, that's good. So no, you don't have a very favorite spot. Just everywhere you go to, it's just
Yes,
like
yeah,
it's so
是的，
fun.
是
Yeah,
的，
Henry, yeah.
如果你問到我嗰時咧，我有呢個選擇困難症嘅喎，同埋咧你即係我當我同我家人去啦，或者同我太太去啦，咁都去過好多唔同地方嘅。咁如果要我揀咧，我都係會揀翻日本。咁我哋去過好多次日本，咁啊好中意日本，所以就係咯，我會揀日本。
Nice. All those memories, like Japan, everywhere. That's awesome.
Yeah.
For me, I would say my recent trip. I've been with family to Australia this year. That has been one of my memorable experiences. Like because I've been to like Asia, and then I've been to like other parts of like the East Coast. But Australia, I would have to say, is one of my memorable experiences because, like I said, I like photos. I like to take photos, but I also like the culture there and just the food there. Just very different experience. So I really thought that was my most memorable experience for sure. Yeah. You know, we talk about vacation spots like you guys just said, like Henry said, Japan.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you guys, like, you know, like what do you like most about traveling? You know, you guys been to many different places. What do you like most about just going to different locations?
对我来讲呢，去不同的这个地方的话，真的是看到了接触不同人，不同的文化， 不同的地理環境，真的這些都是非常讓我能夠吸引的。
如果你問我咧，我會話，因為每一次去旅行咧，我都有唔同嘅諗法嘅。即係有時咧，譬如我想 chill 咁樣，咁我咪即係可能揀個 resort 就咁喺度陽光海灘咁享受下。咁有時咧，我旅行咧，可能話我想有少少 hiking 啊，或者有少少歷奇啊、摸索啊、探索啊咁啊，去或者有少少探險咁樣。咁我可能我會選擇去一啲好 exotic 嘅地方。咁但係咧，有時我諗我最主要咧去旅行咧，我最享受嘅過程咧就係去感受道地嘅或者貼地嘅一啲嘅風土文化。咁譬如我頭先講話去日本咁樣啦，咁我又唔係話好緊張就話要去咩景點啊，但係我就好中意喺啲街頭小巷咧咁樣去，好似即係我哋叫咩躝街咁樣，即係慢慢去 spend a day 咁樣做，去同當地人傾下偈啊，去啲小店同啲人吹下水啊咁樣。咁雖然即係有少少語言個 barrier 喺度，但係我好享受去同啲人去食下嘢，去感受下嘅地道文化，或者同佢哋咁去探索下一啲街頭小巷嘅感覺咁樣。我好中意呢啲咁樣嘅，即係反而啲景點嗰啲我又唔係話好重要，食嘢又唔係好重要。咁最緊要就係有種探索地道文化嘅時候，我好中意嘅。
Nice. It looks like you guys really have a common theme. It's like about culture. It's like really just understanding people's culture and really just like really experiencing that lifestyle with them. I think so much for you guys. Like I really love going to different places and really understanding the culture. Like I said, Australia was one of my favorite places to go to. And yeah, just like really talking with them, experiencing like their culture. Like Australia is really known for their coffee culture. Like every block has been like a lot of coffee shops. I was like, wow, they really love coffee. But yeah, it's like the food there and everything is just, it's great. I just really love just learning about culture and like understanding from them. So that's what I really love about traveling as well. And yeah. So we're going to transition gears to talking about the main themes, talking about our missions trip.
Yeah.
Like we talked about being Henry, you've been on the local BC mission trip, and then Pastor Joanne, you've been on the Thailand trip as well as the local BC as well. I want to ask you guys, what made you want to go on a missions trip this year?
Yeah, because for myself, 对于我自己来讲呢，就是因为我参加每次的宣教，我都看到上帝的那个作为，真的非常的奇妙，非常的 surprise。那我也是抱着这种心情，我要看上帝奇妙的作為，去感受上帝更多的在世界不同的角落里頭，他們就是上帝的工作。
我今年點解會參加呢？其實都講翻有少少歷史。頭先我提過一個弟兄叫董根，我喺好耐以前咧，當我喺第二間教會侍奉嗰陣時候咧，咁我其實我已經跟過董根咧係出過一次嘅短宣，嗰時係一個第二條路線嚟。即係唔係而家高宣承繼咗一條路線，係第二條路線嚟嘅。咁嗰時我跟董根嗰時咧，我第一個感覺，因為嗰時好細個啊，嗰時係即係初出茅廬嘅小子咧。咁我感覺係好似好辛苦咁啊，好辛苦，即係因為日夜兼程啦，咁樣做又揸車啦咁樣。但係跟住就發現咧，有幾樣嘢我學習到啊，喺個短宣嗰個時嘅短宣入面，我學習到就係話你點樣去係侍奉神嗰個心志，同埋點樣可以係有一個係即係神所賜俾我哋嘅一個嘅使命，你點樣將呢個嘅使命咧去帶到俾將呢個福音帶到俾個 BC 省各城各鄉嘅人。咁我喺呢樣方面咧對我好大嘅感受，尤其是好似董根佢自己以身作則啊，佢係一個好勞苦，願意為其他人犧牲嘅人，咁呢樣嘅犧牲精神咧，好感動到我。即係我覺得佢令我諗翻起好耐以前有一首歌叫《無名的傳道者》。咁佢就係一個無名的傳道者，即係你唔係為咗乜嘢，而係真係為咗愛同胞嘅心。咁所以咧，我今年開始喺宣教部嗰度侍奉啦。咁我就決定咧，一定要再一次參加小城短宣。 嚇，因為咧我喺宣教部開始侍奉咧，我所睇嘅見證啊，即係弟兄姊妹分享嘅見證，佢哋嘅所見所聞咧，全部都係文字上同埋聽翻嚟。我話我想我好貼地咁樣去感受一次。咁我就報名啦，報名就話我想參加今年嘅短宣。咁我覺得係好大嘅學習同埋，即係我見證到神嘅作為同埋神嘅美好咯喺呢方面。
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Henry. I think the biggest thing, yeah, like you said, it's out of love, now of the humbleness that led you to participate in God's work. I think for me, it's this is actually my first missions trip. I haven't been on and then it was funny because Henry was one of the interviewers, and Pastor A as well. And I mentioned it to them one of the questions they asked us why do you want to go on this year's mission trip? And I think I told them I told you guys I think I wouldn't get this many opportunities as I got older. I think when I'm still at this age, really young and fit, I think it's really going out there and experience God's work. I think it's also always hearing about missionary work, evangelism. We always hear that in the church setting, but I think the biggest thing is to me is when you get to go out and really experiencing God's work firsthand, you see that's what mission says. You get to participate in God's work rather than sitting back and hearing and just learning about it in either Sunday school or from sermons. I think the biggest thing is you need that physical experience, experience the culture, experiencing where Jesus is gonna lead these people. And I think just that experience has really made me feel I want to participate in this year's.
Just get closer to your target group and.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I think to clarify, I think we all been to different mission trips. Either it's a big overseas mission trip or a local one. I think to me it's it doesn't have to be very big. Even but Henry says even a local one. It's very you get those same experiences. The biggest thing is you experience God's love, you experiencing God's work at hand in these people and carrying out His mission. Yeah, I think that's really really surprising. Yeah, thanks for sharing your experience, guys. What made you go on this mission trip? I want to transition into a little more deeper, going to the main mission trip that you guys been on. Can you talk about either a couple experiences, but I want to focus on what was your memorable experience you got out of your mission trip?
Yeah.
对我来讲呢，就是这一次去泰国呢，其实有2个转折点，就是让我非常的 surprise。一个就是因为到了泰国，这是一个遍地充满偶像的地方啊，我一路上都看的，从下飞机一路上全部都是偶像。那泰国也是一个就是福音的一个硬土，就是信徒很少。所以呢，当时呢对信仰，我觉得在这个地方真的让我有一种很失落的感觉。但是呢，当我去参加一个当地的教会，我一下震惊了，因为我看到那里有那么多的信徒，他们举起双手在敬拜神，真的是让我非常的感动。因为我觉得神的工作是，虽然在人看来是不可能的事情，但是在神没有难成的事情。那第2个转折点呢，就是我们当时去到一个渔村，这个渔村是非常贫困的，而且呢，他们甚至呢，就是他们的一部分小孩子是不能读书的，因为这个 poverty， 因为贫穷。但是呢，他们在渔村里头竟然有一批信徒在敬拜上帝，所以呢，这个也是让我看到了上帝的一个作为啊，真的是非常的感動。
謝謝。
我記得咧就探訪 BC 小城嗰時，個不約而同咧喺一個鎮同埋另一個鎮咧，咁遇到2個嘅即係一個老闆啦，同埋另外一個就係個員工，佢哋聽咗福音之後，佢哋好細心去聽完福音。咁咧有一下咧好奇怪，我覺得佢哋嘅眼神咧，即係有句嘢就話好似，即係佢哋嘅眼咧好似有啲 有啲流動，即係好似有啲眼淚咁樣，即係然之後佢哋不約而同都係用咗同一句嘢再回答翻我，即係當我傳福音之後啦，咁佢哋都係回答翻我話等我得閒啲，我再去諗一諗信仰問題。咁我嗰下我係唔係好明嗰下佢哋個眼神嘅一啲嘅，即係點解有種咁樣好奇怪嘅流動？直到我幾晚之前咧，咁我同其中一個團契去分享小城短宣嗰時候咧，我其中一位隊員咧，當佢分享佢以往嘅經驗嗰時候咧，佢就話嗰邊開餐館嘅華人咧，其實佢哋都揾到錢嘅。都揾到錢，都儲到錢，但係佢哋工作係好辛苦，佢哋揾食好艱難。佢哋因為為咗慳個成本咧，基本上佢哋唔可能請到咩二廚三廚，佢哋係一個人可以搞掂晒成個廚房。一年365日不停咁做嘢。咁我哋所以佢哋嘅眼神咧係只係一句嘢可以形容，就係好攰。佢哋只係為咗未來嘅打拼，為咗佢哋嘅細路仔去希望有個好嘅未來嚇。咁我覺得即係佢哋有好多係作為父母，我都明白佢哋嘅感受嚇。咁所以佢哋眼神可能係有一種空洞啊，或者有一種疲倦啊，或者有一種唔知點形容嘅感覺。我嗰下我記得我弟兄咁樣分享完之後咧，我就令我諗翻起呢一個嘅經歷啊，就係嗰兩個人點解突然間隻眼好似有啲眼淚要滲出嚟嘅。其實佢哋係好想認識耶穌基督。但係佢哋話我哋仲要為咗生活打拼，為咗去其他嘢有好多嘢要忙嗰時候，我哋個腦都塞實晒嗰時候，我哋冇時間去諗呢啲嘢。咁嗰下我就好大感受，我就話好想為佢哋祈禱。我話你哋願唔願意將生命交翻俾上帝咧？咁佢哋都話再等一等時間，我哋得閒啲，我哋一定會去再探索一下。咁即係呢一個感受好大啊！即係我記憶仲好深，對佢哋嘅嗰種嘅反應，對佢哋嗰種無奈感，我覺得深深刻喺我心裏面，真係唔知點解嚇。咁呢個就係我其中一個嘅經歷。
Thanks for sharing here. Yeah, thanks for. I think for me, kind of similar to Pastor Joanne. There were two experiences. One of them is before even going on our mission trip, we already experienced a hurdle, meaning that one of our team members almost couldn't get onto the flight because his visa didn't go through. Originally, because we got there pretty early, we were like, about to check in, and he ran into the first hurdle. And it's like his visa couldn't, originally he couldn't get into Thailand because he needed a Thai visa. But for all of us, I was like, we checked it. It should be okay. It was just, if it's less than 30 days or less than this amount of time, we're fine. And I was like, okay, good, we got that clarified. But then he said he can't get to the connecting, because we had to go through US. He couldn't get through it. I'm like, oh, right. He's holding a foreign passport. Right, he needed to get a US visa. And we were very stressed out. We were like trying to figure out what was going to happen. But I think what that experience really taught us, what we said earlier, I think we stopped everything. We got together, we prayed. And we asked God to really show his work. And surprisingly, and it's such a miracle that the stewardess, that the flight attendant really came out to us, hey, we can actually get him on a direct flight from Vancouver to Seoul, and he can catch the connecting. I was like, oh my gosh, that is God working. That is God working at that moment. And we were just blessed and very happy that yes, he made it to his flight. And yeah, he made it to the final destination. He made it to Thailand. I think another memorable experience, Pastor Joanne already mentioned it. It was, before going on the trip, because I've been to Thailand 4 years ago, and it was more touristy. And really, when I first got there, I already know that it's very heavily Buddhist country, very heavily seeing them at the temples, giving to the gods. And really, it's just at that time, I was like, okay, I know I'm Christian. I'm just seeing and then kind of similar to Pastor Joanne's, how is God gonna work when we get there, right? And then when kind of going on with Pastor Joanne, when we got there and when we attended the church service, I was very humbled. I was surprised. I was very just in shock, like in a good way, because like there's these group of Christians and believers that really dedicated their lives for Christ, despite that Thailand was such a heavy Buddhist country. It's like they like the IWs were mentioning that, oh, it's such a small percentage, but like to us, like that number really doesn't really affect to my thinking. I see that God's really working in these people and really saying like they want to dedicate their lives to Christ, and that was just for me was one of the most memorable experiences as well. Similar to Pastor Joanne, as well as when we visited the fishing village, like seeing how that they sent like they drove us to their church, which is essentially an abandoned shipyard, but they said this is where we worship, and I think that at that time it really think about like the church isn't just about a building. The church is where believers come together and really worship and really come together to
witness God's presence. Basically.
Exactly, to witness God's presence. And I think that like we're so blessed, like in Canada we have such a nice building, we have like these nice equipment and everything, but we gotta rethink ourselves. Like the church is about the community of people coming together, like Henry said, to experience God's presence in that moment. And then that really just opened my eyes to see that. Aside from that, another memorable experience is Pastor Ray and I, we went to the market and we were eyeing to get some very interesting food. And Pastor Ray and I, Pastor Joanne knows it, but we went to a bug stall and we had fried bugs. Like I was going small. I was going for the most minimal and easiest one. Pastor Ray just went for a scorpion.
Whoa! What kind of bugs have you tried?
I had. They were like.
Are you sure it's a bug or something?
No, it was. No, they had.
Did you try?
No. Everyone else was like surprised that Pastor Ray and I were like brave enough to try it.
So only you and Pastor Ray.
Yeah, everyone was filming us. And then like there were like people surrounding us when Pastor Ray had that first bite, it was the crunch, everyone just turned like, oh my goodness. Yeah. That was another memorable experience that like really took us just experience the culture. I think like that's the big thing about experience the culture is really experience.
So you guys now become John the Baptist.
That's true.
You have to eat the some locusts then.
That's true. That is true. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Boba, Bread, and Chat. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for future episodes, and follow us on our Instagram pages at lighthousemedia.wac, as well as our church Instagram page at westwood.alliance.church. Until then, God bless.